if ever.
There's a good book out there that you mentioned, The Art of Decision Making in Sports, right?
That's a blog. Sorry.
Or blog, okay.
Mm.
Strategies for success. We touched on it last week about you 35,000 decisions that people make approximately 35,000 decisions a day. You wouldn't think that's the case, but we kind of explored it last week towards the end of episode 59. And yeah, there are a lot of decisions that you make, small decisions that you don't even know that you actually are making. You do it almost subconsciously. But with athletes, it's the same thing. Those smaller decisions, though, it's the same, but there's differences. The smaller decisions that you may make will lead to bigger consequences or lead to certain things. For example, what time you wake up in the morning, your morning routine, what you do, those little decisions that get you ready for a game. Those little decisions could lead either to a good game, a bad game, being mentally ready or being physically ready or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think too, like something that we have to consider is that the reason why this has become such a topic in coaching conversations or even business conversations is because the number of decisions we're apparently making in a day is going up and up and up and up and up. I think the reason decision-making fatigue is becoming such a hot topic over young athletes in business, when we see it coming up in sports, is because that 35,000 number has apparently had this steady increase throughout the years as technology has gone up, as all these things have compiled on top of athletes. So the other thing too is like the weight of the decisions is so much more. It's, whether or not I'm deciding to pick up a water and drink it is very different than when I go to post something on social media or go to like or comment. The ramification of doing something that all of a sudden, if they wanted to, everybody in the world could have access to is tremendous. And I look at some of our baseball guys and they sign up for a PBR event and they're getting their rankings. Every single swing they take, every pitch they throw is posted on the internet for all these scouts and college coaches to see. And so these decisions are now no longer light decisions. They're heavy decisions. And I think that's part of the reason why it is just weighing so much more on athletes. And the blog post you mentioned, the quote that came from it was decision-making fatigue can lead to reduced attention control and cognitive processing, making it more difficult for athletes to accurately perceive and interpret game situations. So additionally, this fatigue can impact the athlete's emotional state, leading to increased anxiety or frustration, which can negatively impact that decision-making. So we've certainly seen this in young athletes, an increase in burnout, an increase in not enjoying the sport. And is this, this might not be the sole reason, but is this a huge part of the reason why this is happening?